Hey Clemette, it's me. Sorry it's taken so long for me to get you guys some new materials, some new tutorials, but I'm back. Today I'm going to talk to you briefly about how to lift your hair to deposit another color so that you can get a really radiant color. This process is a two-step process and you could easily damage your hair. If you're under the age of 18, please get permission from whoever your supervisor is, whoever takes care of you, whoever your parents are, for you to be able to do this. It's really easy to mess your hair up. You can burn it, your hair can fall out. A lot of different things can happen to it. So you have to be extremely careful when you're doing this. I'm only gonna walk you through really briefly because this is what works for my hair. Everyone's hair is a different texture. So kind of just to show you guys, this is the washed out red that I had. If you guys remember it in my last tutorials, this is actually my hair right there. Pitch black. It's naturally black. So it took a long process for it to lift. Because I did have a lot of color, black hair dye in it. If you have a lot of black hair dye in your hair, this isn't gonna work for you. Unless you do it professionally, it's not gonna work for you. Black is one of the most difficult colors to get out of your hair. You have to use a color remover, then they have to bleach it, and then they have to deposit the color, so don't even attempt to do it. If you try to do it, your roots are gonna be a light color, and the rest of your hair is just gonna stay black, so don't even attempt to do it, because it's gonna look really, really bad. So anyway, this is the red that it's washed out to. This part right here, I kind of did like a little bit of an ombre just because I wanted to put a little dimension in the color because the color was just kind of running together. So this is just bleach over the color. I used 30 developer with the bleach and I left it on for about 20 minutes and it lifted and I washed it out and it came out great. This is the hair color that I have naturally. My hair lifts really fast. So like I said, everyone's hair is a little bit different. Do not use this on your eyebrows unless you know what you're doing. I've done it on my eyebrows and it works great, but you could easily hurt yourself. You can get bleach in your eyes and that's really dangerous and you don't want to do any of that. So don't even mess with that. Just go somewhere professional to get that done. You can tint your lashes and you can tint your eyebrows, but you can only do that if you know someone who does it professionally. So here we go. Okay, Glemettes, this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some gloves. You're gonna need the powder, which is the bleach. Like I said, I'm using the Pravana one today. Make sure that you read the directions on the back of them because Pravana is actually very different. Usually you use 1 ounce of powder to 1 ounce of the developer, which is this. But Pravana actually does 1 ounce of the powder and 3 ounces of the developer, which is this. So I already went ahead and mixed it. That's what it's gonna look like. You're gonna need a comb to part your hair. You wanna make sure that you get all of your roots. Like I said before, I'm gonna be using the Manic Panic, which is what we also sell on the website. We have a great lift lightning kit on our website, www.glamhorse.com, and they use a very similar formula to this. It's a little bit more user-friendly for at home, and it lifts really quickly as well. So make sure you check that out if this is something that you want to do. I'm going to be using the Pravana in the red, and this is their actual color corrector, and I like to use this only because it does keep my hair a lot more radiant longer, and the color doesn't wash out as easily. I'm also going to be using their semi-permanent in red. This is their Vivids, and I love their vivid colors. It's exactly what they say it is. It's going to be really bright and really vibrant, very vivid. I use about an inch ribbon of the violet for Pravana also in the Chroma Silk Vivids, which it looks like the same box as this. And then I do a touch of the magenta just so that I can have a little bit more dimension in my hair. I don't really like the hair to be like a red. I like it to be, I don't know, you'll kind of see. So then I'm gonna take the comb. I like to use the brush because it gives me a little bit more control, but I do mix my color in the bottle just for easier application after I wash my hair out from the bleach. So you part your hair and add the bleach to your roots or where you wanna color it. And then I'll show you the next step. Hey Glemettes, so this is the bleach in my hair, and as you can see right here, it's already turning a little bit yellow. Sorry, my hair looks a little bit nuts right now. But I only put it on my roots so that you could see that it's starting to lift. At this point, I'm gonna start to wash it out just because if I make it any brighter than this, this color is gonna be a lot darker than this, and it's gonna be pretty obvious that my roots were done. So that's pretty much it. The next process is just washing it out, so you'll see it in a minute. Okay, Glemettes, so as you can see, my hair is kind of yellow now, which is actually a lot brighter and lighter than I wanted it to be. because now I'm probably gonna have to do my roots a little bit darker than I like, just so that the rest of my hair matches. But this was literally about a good 10 minutes of application. So the Pravana lifts really quickly. And like I said, my hair lifts really quickly. So for a beginner, I would probably use a 20 volume because it's not going to lift your hair as fast. And now I washed my hair out. I actually only washed it with the shampoo. I don't typically do conditioner when I wash the bleach out because I want my cuticles to be open. When you use your conditioner, it seals the cuticles so the color doesn't absorb as quickly or as deeply. So I only used a shampoo. Okay, Glamettes, so now that I've bleached my hair, now I've mixed the color. So this is the Vivid Red, and I used 3/4 of it. You can see here on the side, it actually gives you measurements. The great thing about using the semi-permanent is that you don't have to worry about measuring it with a developer or anything, so you can just pretty much use whatever you want. So that's my color there. I used one ribbon, 1-inch ribbon of the Vivid's Violet, a small, about a pea-sized drop of the magenta, and then I used 1.5 ounces of the red adjective to give it a little bit more color. And then the rest I did half of the tub of the Rock and Roll Red. I just really like the dimensions that all these colors give me together. So it might work for you, it might not work for you. If you feel comfortable with just doing the red, do that, but just remember that the Pravana colors are, like I said, very vivid and very pigmented. So they're really, they're going to be really bright depending on how much you've bleached your hair. The red adjective is really going to keep your hair color very vibrant, so I always recommend using that, at least doing half and half with that of the red, depending on how much and how long your hair is, depends on how much you need to actually mix. And yes, it looks like somebody killed somebody in my bathroom, but that's it. And there's part of the violet there, so we'll see what the color looks like when we're done. Hey Glamettes, so here's the result to the color that I applied yesterday. As you can see, it's a little bit of a deeper red. This is where I had my ombre, and I just decided to just layer the color over it, just because I knew that this color was gonna be a little bit deeper, and I just didn't think that the orange would look as good. But this is the dimension that the colors give me. This is the Pravana and the Manic Panic together. Some of the things that you wanna remember when you're washing your hair, once you have the color in your roots and then all over, it's gonna stain. So my tip to you is to use a conditioner before you even wash your hair out. And my hands are like all red because I forgot my gloves. But take the conditioner and put some in your hands and really just scrub it all over your scalp, because the red will definitely stain. If you don't have any color remover, a lot of the beauty stores will sell a color remover for hair, and you could clean that up. But in case you don't have that, the conditioner really helps to get rid of some of the stains in the scalp, because usually my scalp's really red. So that's another tip for you. Keep your hair, try not to wash your hair for at least 3 days after you apply the semi-permanent, because that's going to give the hair kind of time to like settle. And the sooner you wash your hair out, the quicker the color is going to rinse out. And you want to keep the color as long as possible. So I hope that this is helpful. Like I said, be very careful when utilizing this process at home. If you have dyed your hair any color dark, I would suggest to go to somebody who's a professional, just because you would have to get a color corrector and lift your hair, and that could be really time consuming. And if you don't know what you're doing at home, chances are you're going to destroy your hair. So like I said, we do sell the lightning kit for Manic Panic, as well as the Rock and Roll Red that I used in my hair mixed with the Pravana. The Manic Panic, the 2 Manic Panic products we sell on our website at www.glamhorrors.com. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you have any ideas of tutorials that you want me to do as well, just let me know. Thanks, Glamettes.